The Timeless Viking, The Secret Saga of Walt Disney. Chapter 1. Arrival. In the year 966, as the northern lights danced across the frosty fields of Sweden, an extraordinary event took place. A small, sleek spacecraft descended silently from the heavens, its metallic hull reflecting the colors of the auroras. From within emerged beings of ancient wisdom known as the Ancient Guardians. They carried with them a child and infant named Walt, destined for greatness beyond the stars. The Guardians set Walt down gently in a secluded grove, surrounded by towering pine trees and the whisper of the wind. As they prepared to leave, the leader of the Guardians, a tall figure with eyes that glowed like stardust, spoke softly to the child. "Remember, young one, your journey will be fraught with challenges, but within you lies a power that transcends time.
Fulfill your destiny."
With a final glance at the sky, the Guardians vanished into the ether, leaving Walt to begin his extraordinary journey alone. Chapter 2. Viking Youth. Walt was adopted by Erik Thorvaldsson, a formidable Viking chieftain known for his valor and wisdom. From an early age, Walt exhibited extraordinary talent. Under Erik's stern but loving guidance, Walt was trained in the arts of combat, navigation, and leadership. He was taught to wield a sword with precision, to navigate treacherous seas with skill, and to command men with authority. One evening, around a roaring fire, Erik told his adoptive son, "Walt, you have the spirit of a warrior and the mind of a sage. Your heart is fierce, but remember, true strength comes from within. Use your mind as well as your blade." Walt nodded, understanding the gravity of his mentor's words. His curiosity extended beyond the battlefield. He would often spend hours staring at the night sky, contemplating the constellations and their possible significance. This yearning for knowledge set him apart from other young warriors. By his early 20s, Walt had already led successful raids along the European coasts. His strategic brilliance and bravery were renowned throughout the Viking world. On one occasion, during a fierce raid along the coast of Normandy, Walt faced off against a formidable enemy. As his longship approached the enemy's defenses, Walt rallied his men with a roar that echoed across the water. "Today, we forge our legend," he cried, his voice carrying over the crashing waves. The battle was fierce, but Walt's tactical genius ensured their victory. It was a triumph that solidified his reputation as a formidable leader. Chapter 3. The Scholar Warrior. Despite his martial prowess, Walt's intellect was equally impressive. Between raids, he delved into the sagas and stories of old, immersing himself in the ancient texts. His quarters were filled with scrolls and manuscripts, each a repository of knowledge about celestial movements and mythical beings. One night, as Walt studied a particularly ancient scroll, he muttered to himself, "The stars! They hold secrets beyond our comprehension. There must be a connection between these tales and our own reality." His close friend and confidant, Olaf, a seasoned warrior with a knack for storytelling, often joined him in these scholarly pursuits. Olaf would lean over Walt's shoulder and say, "You seek answers in the stars, Walt. But remember, sometimes the answers lie within ourselves." Walt's exploration of celestial bodies and myths led him to believe that his origins might be tied to something greater than mere legend. The more he learned, the more he felt a profound connection to the ancient stories, as if they were whispering his true purpose. Chapter 4. The Journey to Byzantium. In his 30s, Walt embarked on a journey that would broaden his understanding of the world. Leading an expedition to Byzantium, the heart of knowledge and power, he encountered scholars and inventors who introduced him to new concepts and technologies. Upon arriving in Byzantium, Walt was introduced to a brilliant scholar named Hypatia, who was fascinated by his knowledge of Norse myths and combat strategies. Over dinner in the scholar's opulent residence, Hypatia remarked, "Your knowledge of the ancient sagas is impressive. They speak of a cosmic balance that we only begin to understand here in Byzantium." Walt responded thoughtfully, "It seems that our myths and your philosophies converge on the same truths. Perhaps the universe is more interconnected than we realize." Their conversations deepened Walt's understanding of the relationship between technology and mythology. He brought back to Scandinavia new techniques and tools, including advanced metalworking methods and sophisticated navigational instruments. Chapter 4.5. The Long Years. Years passed, and Walt remained youthful while his peers aged. One night, as the northern lights painted the sky, the ancient guardians returned. This time, they were led by a figure named Alaric, who had been Walt's mentor in the realm beyond Earth. "Walt," Alaric said, "the time has come for you to understand your true nature. You are not merely a product of this world. Your existence was designed to transcend time. Walt listened intently as Alaric continued. We have granted you an extended lifespan to fulfill a purpose that spans centuries. You are to guide humanity's evolution, to shape its destiny. Walt was both awed and perplexed. But why me? What is this purpose? Alaric's gaze was steady. Your creativity and knowledge are to be the catalyst for human progress. Your journey is far from over. The Wanderer. Armed with this revelation, Walt embraced his new role. He traveled extensively, adopting new identities to blend in with different cultures. His journeys took him to Baghdad during the Islamic Golden Age, where he encountered scholars such as Al-Khwarizmi, who introduced him to advancements in mathematics and astronomy. In the bustling markets of Baghdad, Walt shared a conversation with Al-Khwarizmi, who asked, "What brings you to our city, traveler?" Walt smiled enigmatically. "I seek knowledge, for knowledge transcends borders and eras. What you have learned here will shape the future of many lands." During the Renaissance, Walt became known as an alchemist, mingling with great minds like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo. In a dimly lit workshop, Leonardo marveled at Walt's innovative designs and ideas. "Your creations," Leonardo said, "they defy conventional understanding. They seem to come from another realm of thought." Walt replied with a twinkle in his eye, "Innovation is not bound by time or place. It is a universal force." Walt's contributions during this period were significant. He subtly influenced the development of various inventions and ideas, leaving behind a legacy of creativity and ingenuity that would resonate through the ages. The scholar warrior's return. By the late 1500s, Walt's attention turned to the emerging field of cryogenic preservation. Recognizing its potential, he sought out the Renaissance scientists on the brink of this breakthrough. His collaboration with them was both secretive and profound. One evening, as Walt and a group of scientists gathered in a secluded laboratory, he explained, "Cryogenic preservation holds the key to extending life. It is crucial for my continued existence and for the purpose that lies ahead." The scientists, intrigued and somewhat skeptical, listened intently as Walt elaborated on the principles and benefits of cryogenics. His insights were instrumental in advancing their research. The final identity. As the year 1603 approached, Walt assumed his final identity as a learned scholar. He carefully curated a group of trusted individuals, forming a secret society dedicated to his preservation. This society, composed of scholars, scientists, and visionaries, worked behind the scenes to ensure Walt's stasis remained a closely guarded secret. Among the society's members was Ingrid, a brilliant alchemist and historian who became one of Walt's closest allies. During a private meeting, Ingrid asked, "How can we ensure that your legacy remains protected and that humanity continues to benefit from your knowledge?" Walt replied, "We must weave my legacy into the very fabric of history. Our society must guide progress subtly, ensuring that my contributions shape the future." Chapter 5. The Secret of Cryogenics. Walt's involvement with the Renaissance scientists led to the successful development of cryogenic preservation. As he prepared for his transition into stasis, he was filled with a mix of anticipation and solemnity. The day of his preservation, Walt addressed the secret society. "I trust that you will uphold our mission with honor. My time will come again, and when it does, I hope my legacy will guide humanity to new heights." Walt was placed into cryogenic stasis, hidden away from the world. The society vowed to safeguard his body and pass down the knowledge of his preservation through generations. Chapter 6. The Frozen Legacy. As the world progressed through the Enlightenment and the Industrial Revolution, the secret society continued to honor their vow. They operated in secrecy, influencing academic institutions, governments, and emerging industries. Walt's preservation remained concealed, his existence a closely guarded secret. Continued influence. Throughout the centuries, the secret society ensured that Walt's influence persisted. His ideas and innovations subtly guided humanity's progress, shaping advancements in various fields. The society's members were instrumental in significant historical events, always working behind the scenes to further Walt's vision. The connection. Walt's extended life, orchestrated by the ancient guardians, was part of a grander plan. His true purpose was to converge with the technological advancements of the 20th century. His contributions, hidden within the fabric of history, were destined to play a pivotal role in shaping the modern world. Early 20th century. The Awakening. By the early 1960s, advances in medical technology and the growing interest in space exploration created the perfect conditions for Walt's revival. On December 15, 1966, while the world believed that Walt Disney had passed away, he was actually being unfrozen and brought back to life. As Walt emerged from stasis, he was briefed on the state of the world by the secret society. The world was in the midst of the Cold War and a space race, and Walt's creative genius was needed more than ever. Post-revival, the new role. Walt was introduced to cutting-edge technology and informed about the mission he was to undertake. The secret society needed him to fabricate the illusion of space travel, capturing the public's imagination and fueling their desire to explore the cosmos. Using his boundless imagination and advanced technology, Walt began crafting convincing visual effects. His work included designing spacecraft, creating realistic space scenes, and orchestrating the narrative of space exploration. Chapter 9. The Moon Landing. In 1969, Walt's efforts reached their climax with the Apollo 11 moon landing. The live broadcast, which captivated millions around the world, was a masterpiece of visual effects and storytelling. Neil Armstrong's historic words, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind," resonated globally, solidifying the belief in humanity's ability to explore the stars. Chapter 10. Innovating the Future. For decades, Walt continued to innovate, producing realistic space footage that fueled public fascination with space travel. His work influenced NASA's missions and public image, ensuring that the narrative of space exploration remained a cornerstone of human ambition and hope. Walt's creative vision extended beyond space travel. He helped shape advancements in animation, film, and entertainment technology. His influence was felt across various industries, pushing the boundaries of what was possible and maintaining the illusion of progress and discovery. Chapter 11. The Hidden Truth. The truth of Walt Disney's cryogenic preservation and his role in orchestrating space deception remained hidden. The secret society ensured that the story of Walt's life and his extraordinary journey was buried in history's annals. Only a select few, bound by secrecy, knew the true extent of his contributions and impact. Epilogue. A legacy beyond time. Walt Disney's legacy, from a Viking raider to a master of illusion, transcended time and space. His story, intricately woven into the fabric of history, remained a closely guarded secret. Yet, his influence was felt by every person who gazed up at the stars with wonder and believed in the possibilities that lay beyond. In the end, Walt Disney's extraordinary journey exemplified the timeless quest for knowledge, adventure, and the power of imagination. His story serves as a testament to the enduring spirit of innovation and the belief that, with enough creativity and determination, anything is possible.